All right, welcome back to Decode Traders App. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Felix. Good morning, everyone that is tuning in. Yeah, it's another episode. It's another great time that we have come back here to analyze. This is episode number 163. I believe you guys are having a good time. We are almost making a year, and I believe we are having a great time. We are making a community of traders together. All right, without any further ado, let's pray and get started. Father, we give you praise. We love you. Thank you that we're back here. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your loving kindness, Lord. We are here, Lord, as we do it daily. Come here to analyze the charts and to get insights and signals and be able to make money. We've seen you giving us insights and signals to make money, and we've made money. And we know that even today we are going to make money because it's what you give to your children. We are not here to lose but to gain. And we know that that's your speciality, Lord. We give you praise for that. We give you all the honor. Be part of this analysis. Be the one to show us great insights that are happening in the market. We love you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Right about now, we start with Crash 500 as usual. We start with Crash 500 as usual. All right, so what happened to Crash 500 yesterday? Please, if my sound is a bit low, let me know, or if you're having any hindrance in hearing me properly, let me know. So yesterday, I of course told you that price was going to at least come around there and then get into sales. We saw that actually, because when it hit there, then it came to the TP level. That was a bit late night. Was it even late night? Let me see, what time was this? That was 16, 17, 18, 19, around 7 p.m. That's when it hit the target. Yeah, it kept on playing within there. Yeah, it kept on playing within that level there. And I later realized it was actually an expanding sort of rising wedge. And we took advantage of that. So now we don't need this. It is still consolidating, but we know it's likely to break out. So let's go to H1. Oh, I've deleted what I didn't need. I suppose not to delete. So I can use now this instead of the other one right there. I can use that now, or you can even use this. This actually is the previous data that we have here, right here. So if I can use that, then I can use this. Then I can use that. Yeah. You have to make sure you always use the current data to analyze. So if that's the case, that shows me that that's a flag, meaning price is coming down. Of course, that's what we already wanted right here. So delete that. We wanted price to get all the way here, but now I want to change that. And I can actually leave it. Yeah, I can leave it, bring it right about there. That's where we have our support area. So we know that price is going to break and come right there, and that is clearly seen as a channel, as a flag on H1. That's clearly seen as a flag on H1. So if I go to M15, what am I seeing? I need to see where price is going to break this level from. So if I pull my fib from and make it like that there, then I know price is likely to come for this order block, yeah, or the fair value gap right here. But that fair value gap is not matching. It's actually having the 50%, of which it can easily even reach there. So you have to know these 2 points of interest the price can actually react back to. Mostly it reacts to the one on 38.2 and then gets us into sales. But also we are not market movers, meaning they can look for liquidity right here, not there, and bring us into sales. So you have to understand that. So if I know that, then I can easily draw my anticipation like that. That one right there, then this one right in here at 50%. And that breakout is supposed to be, this retest is supposed to be bringing us into the break of this support trend line and bring us into sales to come all the way here. But of course you have your first TP right there. You have your first TP to break that level. Yeah, that will be your first TP. Then of course your second TP is reaching this other support level. So I think that's it on Crash 500. That's it on Crash 500, I believe so. Let me first head back to M15. M15 price is likely not to go all the way up, is likely to just react from that level right there to bring us into sales. So for now I can't do anything. I have to wait for this pullback, and we are likely to see these before we finish even the session today. All right, so enough of that. Let's now get into Boom 1000. So Boom 1000, what happened? Yeah, it did not give me the entry that I needed for the sell, and once I missed that, sniper entry right there, and missed this move and failed to give me the entry that I needed, I missed also this. I think by then we had even moved out of the session. I missed that, but still I think I wouldn't have. Okay, maybe I would have. I would have gone there. But then the reason why I'm saying maybe I may not have entered right there is due to the levels that were here, the fair value gap there, the order block there, whatever that was here. I don't think I would have entered. Yeah, I don't want to lie that I would have entered right here, seeing all this that I'm seeing. Yeah, and knowing that we were in an uptrend, and just that was a reaction from that H4 resistance level right there. So now what happened is I failed to enter. Of course I couldn't enter from there. All this can now go, even this, delete. So price came all the way to the level that we wanted since when? Let me see. This is Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. Yeah, since Monday we wanted continuation actually of this sale right there. This was a continuation of that sale, and we wanted it to come from there to reach this other level right there, and it did not. We actually saw the breakout, and yes, we never made a loss here, but I did not even make money right here. So that's where the issue came in. It kept on breaking me even right there. So thus, after going back to that liquidity on that H4, it came all the way back and hit the target, and we've seen it has hit the target this morning. That's when it has hit the target. So if I can go to H4, delete that. This one is no longer necessary, but this can now push to this level right there. Yeah, it has gone to this line. I marked this line, I don't remember when, but yeah, I remember marking that line. It's a horizontal line. I marked it using some data, I think according to either weekly, according to weekly, according to daily. Let's see. Yeah, right there. That's the reason why I marked it. There's a fair value gap there. There's that price reacting to that level there. I had deleted what? I had deleted the rectangle box that I was using as a support. So I needed a line to remember what it was. So you can clearly see that price is reacting to that support level. All the way from there, it started as a fair value gap, became a support here, and now price has reacted to it again 3 more times. This is the 3rd, 4th, 5th time right now, price reacting to that same level. So it tells us that's a strong support level. Now we can head back to H4. We need it to be oversold so that we can actually start looking for the buy entries. So delete all that. What else? This is a support that we have. Go to H1. We are oversold, but H4 we are not yet on, and our 10 MA is still very far. Even on H1, our 10 MA is still very far, even though we see prices on oversold according to CCI. If I come to M15, now prices are trying to look for a reversal signal. It's trying to give us reversal right there. So we just have to wait. Of course, if it breaks this level, you know that according to M15 you would have gotten a reversal signal. But then for us to be sure, even H1 has to give us one. So for now, I can wait for the next H1 candle to start, and that candle may be a spiking candle to give us what we need right here according to HM15. So wait on H1. It still has about 8 minutes to close, and it's likely to give us this. Even before I finish, it has started. Yeah, it's likely to give us that, the next H1, and then we will see a pullback, and probably we get to enter the buys when we have confirmed what we are looking at, what we need. So that's what clearly is about to happen. This is M15, and we are likely to see that. That's some point of interest there, price that can easily react back to before it breaks it. So for now, I have to wait. On the next H1 and then see what is happening. Yes, of course, those who normally love anticipating a sniper entry, this could be a good point, but you have to be careful. This is boom 1000. Yeah. Remember, it is better to be in a buy than to be in a sell, but it can also still keep giving you those small candles when you're wrong and it takes you out. But when it is taking you out when you are buying and it takes you out on your SL, then it respects your stop loss. What you're losing is exactly what you will lose. What you anticipated to lose, it's what you will exactly lose. Not like when you are in a sell. A sell, when it spikes and it finds your stop loss near, it doesn't matter if it was in profits, it will still mitigate the balance and then leave you with probably a loss or something. That's what it does. So you need to be very careful with Boom 1000. And most of the times, I normally tell guys, those who are below $200, please use the minimum lot size, which is 0.2. Which is 0.2 if you are selling. If you are selling, use 0.2 if you're below $200, because you don't want to get it wrong and you find yourself in 0.5 or one lot and you find it hard to recover what you lose when it spikes against you. All right, enough of that. That's what I'm going to anticipate on Boom 1000. Let's go to Boom 500. Boom 500. So Boom 500. Why did I not enter? Oh yes. It's a funny story, something that I needed and it did not happen, but then I had already analyzed this like that. So this is what happened actually. So yesterday on Boom 500, I wanted a pullback like that. Those who remember, those who attended yesterday's analysis, I wanted a pullback like that to come around that level. I had marked that as an order block, price to come to it. So let's see why didn't it come to that level. Let's use our fib. Yeah, it came within. It came just within that. It did not reach the 38.2. It just came between that level. So if I know something like that, let me go to H4. Is it a fair value gap where it touched? I believe not. No, it did not. There was no fair value gap. So on M15, what was it? What was it? M15. Oh, it was just a conference area according to M15. This level, that level. So it was just a conference area that price was reacting to. Okay, so we now know why price never reached the other level. So delete this. Okay, so the entry I wanted was simple. I wanted price to get there so that I can enter sales, but it did not reach that order block, so that was a miss for me. But it came between 50 and 38.2, which is also our retracement level right there. So when it reached that level, it consolidated a bit, giving us this, and this now gave me more confusion. Yeah, it gave me a lot of confusion. That's actually one of the things that led me not to enter. So once I saw something like that, I was of course expecting this breakout to get there, get me back to the level that I wanted at first, right there, that was up there, so that I can now come in with sales, or even to break that level and continue and give me this other move before we can see sales. That is why I could not enter the sales right here. So I don't want to lie to you, I would have entered. So this is what, that's the history. I didn't enter at all. So I missed that move, but already we had anticipated that we needed a like that, and then price comes in with a sell like that, and clearly it hit the target as we speak. If you're looking at that analysis that we had made yesterday, it hit the target. So now I can easily delete everything here. That target is already hit. Delete all that, even this, even that. Come to H1, delete this, not necessary anymore. Delete this, I don't know why I have it. Now this is an H4 order block that price has reached, but it seems that it's still continuing to sell. It's likely to continue to sell until it reaches this other one right here. So what do we do? It's likely to come from there. It's likely to come from there according to H4 to give us buys. Remember, we had this, so we saw that breakout. This should be a retest, and then we continue with buys according to what? According to daily time frame. Yeah, according to daily time frame. So just a minute. It's a fair value gap right there. Price touched it. Price touched it. If I go to, oh, it did not, never touched it. So it shows us that price is going to come again and make sure it actually goes to at least the middle. Touched it only, but it did not go to at least 50% of it, so it's likely to give us that. So for now, I think I may not. Okay, the next H4 candle, another H4 candle has started. We are already in a trend. We are seeing lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So here we may see a pullback to give us a lower low, and this lower, I mean to give us a lower high. And this may come around this area where we have our breaker block right there. That's where we have our previous breaker block or break of structure right there. I'll come to this. That would be a breaker block right there. So anticipation is price to come there, and then we continue with sales. Then we continue with sales. That is the anticipation right there. So are we going to be able to see that today? Is the momentum going to allow that we currently have? Let's look at it on M15. M15, there's a low momentum, which shows that sellers are reducing in the market. So we are just waiting for the confirmation of that, and then we come in with buys. This will be a short buy to take us right to the breaker block, and then probably we get sales from here. We'll be anticipating sales from there. So now I wait. Now I have to wait for the confirmation of the buys according to M15, which will be a pullback to reach that level to give us a lower high according to H4 and H1. Actually, according to H1 to give us a lower high, and then come in with more sales. All right, I see Patrick. Good morning. Good morning. I think Ernest or Ann. You use Ann, so I don't know if it is the wrong form is Ernest or it's just Ann. But good morning, guys. Good morning. So now let's get to V25 oneness. Remember, I've said on Boom 500, we're just going to wait for this retest. You can even go to M5 and wait for that. It's going to be a retest move to reach that level to give us a pullback, which will be known as a lower high, and then we continue with sells. V25S, Vol25S. Now, Volatility 25S, what happened? Oh yeah. This is today, this was yesterday. So go to M15, bring it in the middle. Come to M5 actually. Now bring it here. So this is what we knew yesterday. When I realized is it on M5? Yeah, I think it was on M5. So when I realized this as a round bottom pattern on this level, that was a round bottom. We go to H1, I see if it is a bit clear. Yeah, I think there it is a bit clear. No. It is on M15. It is on M15. So when we saw that round bottom right here, we knew that price was going to actually continue with a buy. And one may say even this move right here that came here would have shown you that that is what, like a cup and handle right there. This and then this as a handle right here. This cup move here that came down here, that was a handle right there. At first we were seeing a round bottom and you knew that we are going to continue with buys, and that's why we entered from this level, I believe. So those who remember, we entered this. So I entered from here. It went into profits right there. Then it came to give us a handle. It followed my SL in profits and took me out. Yeah, took me out. It went all the way back to this fair value gap. And once it grabbed that, it didn't look back. So congrats to those that made money. I didn't make money. I was supposed to make a lot of money on it, but it came and took me out in profits right there. So it was just small money right there. I can't say I made money, but the analysis was there and was on point, and it never looked back until it broke that was a strong resistance that was there. Let me show it to you. That was a very strong resistance that was there for some good time, according to daily time frame. Actually, that's the one that we broke. That was a strong resistance according to the daily time frame. Look at that. Since when? Since we've been having that resistance since 2020. No, not 2020. Since 22nd of January. Since 22nd of January this year, we've having that support, that resistance since that time, and we saw it being broken yesterday after having that cup and handle. All right, so now we come to today's session. Let's now analyze and see what is going to happen. Let's delete all this, all that. So this was actually vague when we realized that was a cup and handle that was no longer necessary. Break it. So we realized that price reacted to grab liquidity of that fair value gap. First delete that. You can leave that for now. I want to have a clean chart. So let's know, why did price react to that level? Yeah, of course, clearly that was a retracement level according to Fib, and it really matched and came to 61.8, immediately went into the buy. But then it found a resistance again up there, so it's trying to be pushed back. If I go to H4, the pushback is on H1 actually, not H4. According to CCI, we need to see that. And clearly, if we go to H4, we will realize that that was not a break of structure right there. Oh, actually, it is a break of structure. It is a break of structure. Okay, so H1, why? What is not happening? What is not happening? So let's go to M15. M15, we need buys. M5, what is happening? M5, there is consolidation happening, so it has to first come down again to where? To this fair value gap. According to M5, it has to first come grab that before it goes and breaks that level. So once we know that, then we know that this is what is happening on M5. On M5, that's what we see happening right there. But price is still failing to break it. But we know it's going to break it. When it comes here, then we get into our buys from there. That's how I can finally analyze this right here. But there's a but. The previous, this can become a reversal just like I've drawn, but then the previous trend is a buy. So don't be surprised. The way I'm seeing price failing to break this level right here, failing to break that right there, price can eventually break from that level and take us all the way there. I want you to know that because the previous trend is an uptrend, this is a strong support on M1. We may see price fail to break it, but if it does break it, then it's coming all the way here. If it fails to break it, then price will actually get momentum to push and break the resistance up there to take us all the way up there. So for now, the higher chances are for price to break that, and it comes here to grab this liquidity, because this is an imbalance that it left in the market right here. We don't have any other imbalance like this previously. This was taken out by this move, but then as it was going back into the uptrend, it made another imbalance right here on M5. So that is why it has to come, mitigate it, and get into the buys. So for now, we wait and see if it is actually going to come and mitigate it, or if it is actually going to fail and push for buy for the uptrend like we have here right there. All right, enough of this. I will leave it at M5. Let's go to V75. Good morning, Robina. How are you? Okay, so V75. What is happening to V75? Right. So this, we made a loss yesterday. Now this loss was, of course, our early entries as usual. Something I'm starting to learn from my losses. So this was a loss. Let's see from where. From this level, I think, from this level right here, right there. That's where we made our entries. The first one was there, the second one was there, and then it actually failed to do the retest from there to get there so we can sell it. So I was looking for the retest trade took us out, and then it came to this other one. I realized it on H1. It was a fair value gap, so it came, it didn't mind the order block that was here, so that was a no-go. We're supposed to not have entered from there, so it came to this fair value gap, grabbed the liquidity, and that's where the buy entry was. Now I had my, of course I was waiting, I had my limit order waiting on this other level. I didn't give out this was supposed to be our second entry to recover the loss that we had gone in here. So yeah, I recovered the loss from that level, but then I moved out quickly when I started to see price react to that trend line, because I normally trade with trend lines a lot. So I moved out. After moving out, it made a short retest, and boom, the breakout, and then came to what? To the retracement level according to Fib. Not even to that fair value gap. It came to the Fib retracement level that we could have used right there between 50 and 38.2. That is where price reacted to. It did not bother going to that imbalance that it left in premium right there. So now this can be taken out. The move that should be bringing us here started from there, but then we don't see a break of structure from here. That is very weird. That is very weird. So first take out this Fib, delete it, delete even this. Now from there we start to see this order block has not, this fair value gap has not been respected, but now they've respected this order block. They've respected that order block. So M15, we are in an uptrend. H1, we are still in a downtrend, but looking at where my price is currently, above 10 MA, and clearly seeing that it has come to that fair value gap, gives me another idea, or another insight, sorry. So you just pull this right there. That's a fair value gap. If I use my Fib from here to there, where this move started, the low and the high, clearly that is a retracement level, which tells me that I'm going to see sales again to come all the way here. So now that I know that on using Fib, I can go to M15. It has reached the retracement level on M15. It means on M5 we are selling, and clearly we are overbought on M5, meaning we are going to see reversal on M5 to bring us all the way down to that support area, or even to break it and continue with sales, because according to H1 we need price to break it and continue down. We will see about that. According to H4, we are still looking for sales. I want to remind you that we wanted sales from there, if you remember the analysis, from there to take us all the way down. According to daily, that's the analysis. From there, we see sales to bring us all the way back to this weekly order block before we come in with the buys. So that's how the analysis is not supposed, but that's how our insights show us, and that's what we are currently seeing happening. So apart right now, if we go to H1, price is above our 10 MA. This move failed to break the previous low, so this is a support currently. M15, we need sales. Now we will lodge on M5 to wait and see if we are going. If this price breaks this level and we don't see a reversal kind of signal, then it may continue, because according to H1, price reacted from this fair value, from this order block, and failed to break it. If it comes again and fails to break it the third time, and then we may start to anticipate some consolidation right here. So for now, we leave it. This is a no-go for now. We wait for a short sell when we see a reversal signal on M5. Yeah, for now, we leave this asset. Jump 50. Now, Jump 50, for it, of course, it was money. We knew that we are going to continue selling it. In as much as it had left that liquidity up there, we know that it had already broken that structure right there to give us a new lower low here. So all it was going to do to give us a lower high here and then continue with the sell. We knew that yesterday. Now, what happened then? So I had my, so first leave that, delete this. So I had my entries right here. It's a weird thing. Let me show it to you. This is why I hate sometimes stop losses. So I have my entry. I think by then this trend line was here. It was right here. Yeah, by the time I made the entry, the trend line was here. So I made the entry right there. And then, of course, as you know me, I normally have my tight stop losses. So my stop loss was just on that line right there. Price came, took me out immediately and went into sales. That's why I hate, I don't know where I am. So this was another trade. Let's go to this one right here. Yeah, this was a trade right there. So I entered right here. I entered right here. This was the first entry. And then I made another entry right here. But this entry, the second entry, I made it with a smaller lot size and put my stop loss a bit above than the first entry that I had entered. And then price came, you can see where it took me out. And that's the reason why I had said that most of the times the leave tracks my SLs when it knows that I'm in already on that entry. Because you know that brokers track, they can easily know where you've put your stop loss, but also it becomes easier when many people are using the same stop loss. It becomes easier for them to understand that that's where these guys are having their money, so they know that there is a lot of money there. They can push price, because even traders, even brokers themselves trade. They can trade against their traders, so that can happen. So that's why I'm showing you this. Took me out immediately, didn't even give any week, any what. Immediately the sell began. Fortunately enough, I had my second entry. It's the one that recovered that money that I lost here, and of course it was a bit smaller lot size than what I had used here. So, but it still recovered that loss that I had gone under right here. So enough of that. Let's look at what happened later. So of course it came. We knew that it was going to break, but I wanted a bit more of retest within here before it can even go and break. It failed to give me a retest to enter another entry. So it later took me out in profits on my stop loss right there. And I called it a day on that asset. But later in the evening, when it had broken out, after reacting here a lot right there, after giving that kind of consolidation right there, I made another entry to sell it, and I was in profits. I actually made 2 entries, I think. Yeah, another one was here. But when it broke this, it kept on consolidating right there. Unfortunately, I left them running overnight until I came this morning, and this of course was a loss. The other one, since it is jump, it was also having some sense in losses. So that is what it is. That is jump. You can't say anything about it. So let's now talk about today. Let's talk about today. So all this is not necessary anymore. Delete them. And we still need price to come here. You know that it has to come here. That's what we need. It is coming here. So why is it giving? Oh yes, that is a retest to break a block right there. That was a break of structure, so it is a retest to break a block. So this current H4 candle should be a sell. Should be a sell. But right here, it's trying to show us as if we are having a reversal kind of signal on M1. It's breaking this previous lower high right there. It's breaking that. So it's trying to show you as if we are getting a reversal signal to get into buys. But even if we are looking for that, what point of interest would be there for this asset to go looking for buys? Of course we left that, but I don't think it is coming all the way back there. Is it possible to go back all the way there? Go to H4. H4 is now oversold, surprisingly, but it's not yet giving us a reversal signal. It's not giving us a reversal signal yet. So what can we say here? We're coming in with sells, of course, according to M15. We're going to come in with sells, so delete that. Now we know sells are coming. And then I see a trend line right there. Right there. This candle hasn't closed, so I can use the previous one right there until that candle closes. That's when I can use this. So if I see that, then I know that price, of course, it's going to continue with sells, and until price reaches this level, I'm not looking for buys. No. Until price reaches this level, I'm not going to be looking for buys. Yeah. Whether scalping buys, no, I'm not. I will be looking for sells. So I have to wait for this candle to close. Then I can anticipate if I have to enter sells or not. Yeah. Alright, that's perfect. That's enough on this. I first use it for now and wait for this candle to close. It's remaining with about 2 minutes to close, so it's likely to close there, and we see if it is going to be our point that we needed right there to give us the trend line. Alright, enough of that. Let's now get to jump 25. Let's now head over to jump 25. Jump 25. Wait a minute. Oh, of course, yeah, I remember. Those who remember, let's start from daily. We have that as a channel, but the previous trend is an uptrend. So the consolidation should be pushing us to continue with the buys, in as much as we are seeing this as a bearish channel or an ascending channel, which should be taking us into sells. So price has reacted back to that level. That is a resistance currently. Now if I go to H4, yesterday we wanted this move, but also we had another option of price giving us a fake breakout down below, and then we continue with the buys. We did see the fake breakout, but we rather saw the breakout, and it continued into the buy, hit the target, we consolidated a bit, and then continued and even broke structure, broke that fair value gap that was there, right there. So we can delete that now, it's no longer necessary. And now we talk about today. First, delete everything here. All right, so we now look at today. So what is happening today? Price gave us an equal high there. Those are equal highs right there. And now immediately price started to get back into sales immediately. Now this is where we have our low. That's our high currently according to each daily time frame. We know that this is our retracement level, and that is where we have even our point of interest, which is a fair value gap right in between. All right, so we know that price is likely to react here and then continue with buys according to daily time frame, because we are still looking for buys. So the easy thing to do is understand that, then understand this, then we continue with buys, probably break that resistance and come all the way there. So since this is on a daily, then we can first delete everything down below here. Come to H4. H4 is overbought, so we haven't gotten a clear entry for it. So if I go to H1, we are also looking for sales. M15, excuse me, M15 is oversold, and it has reacted to that order block where the momentum of this buy started from right here. So it has reacted to that. All we need is a confirmation of reversal. You can get that on M5 if price breaks this lower high here on M5, or you can wait on M15, which would be a better thing to do. Yeah, you can wait for that, or you wait on M15, but I think M5 is clear. So wait for that. If I go to M1, you will clearly see that price is coming back to probably to that. So for now, we leave it. We know that price is likely to give us this. And of course, if it gives you a breakout there, that means you will wait for the anticipation of that to confirm the change of character and then come in with the buys. Now that is on M5, and that is what we are anticipating. Let's look at daily. I mean H1, so it's likely to come around that area, or to get all the way back to the highs there, and then to fail, and then we come in with sales to come here. That is so far what I can work with right here according to this asset. So for now, we have no business with this asset. We wait for the confirmation of reversal signal, and then we come in with that, then we come in later with sales to bring us to this level, which we know that will usher us into buys according to daily time frame to take us all the way up there. Enough of that, leave this on M5 and we wait. Lastly is jump 10. jump 10. Okay, this we also made a loss, and this one I just don't know whether the market was against us, whether these, okay, I normally forget that we are not market movers, so that is one thing to understand. You see, price had already reacted to this order block. Was it an order block? It's a support. It's a support, yes. Price had already reacted to that support. So us looking for this pullback to continue with buys was something fair for us. You know, that's what I was looking for. Buys from here, from this level. When it reacted all the way back here, I was looking for the buys there. But this fair value gap was disrespected, was not respected at all. So this we can move now. So our entry was here. It kept on playing around, you can see, not deciding at all. It was not deciding at all what to do. And eventually after, let's see, was it after 3? Yeah, 11, 12, 13, 14. So around 2 p.m. price got momentum, weird momentum out of nowhere. Why? Because we know we are not market movers and we are not our own brokers. So weird momentum, went through that, grabbed liquidity, which is our stop losses, because we are the ones that were already in buys right there on that support. So they grabbed it and immediately we started to see buys. Then retested to give us a double bottom right there. And now you have we almost have a confirmed, not yet, it's not yet confirmed change of character, but we know it's going to be confirmed. And once it is confirmed, the buys are going to continue without any hindrance. So that is how we were manipulated and taken out, and we made a loss right there. So as we speak currently, we can take that out. As we speak, price is in an uptrend, not yet confirmed, but it's likely to give us a higher high, then comes here to give us a higher low. That's when it will be confirmed as an uptrend. So for now, we are waiting for the confirmation of the uptrend, and we start to get into buys again. So for now, I have no business with this asset at all. I have no business with this asset. Daily time frame reached the retracement level right here. That's why we are looking for buys on the other time frames, with the lower time frames. So H4, that will be a change of character, and price is above our 10 MA. H1, that's where we also have the change of character that we want to anticipate right there. And that's, we wait for the confirmation. Of course it will go there, then it comes back and it retests some level, and then we can enter. So the anticipation is we go like that, then we come again probably around that level, when if it leaves a fair value gap here, or it comes for this one that it has left down below this change of character here. Most of the times it doesn't, but then sometimes it does. So it can come either in the fair value gap it creates above the change of character, or to this one. Rarely it does go below the change of character level. So let's wait and see what happens. But something like that is what I'll be anticipating. All right, enough of jump 10. Let's do the recap and we move out of this place. Recap, reminder, guys, sorry I forgot to keep updating the names of the assets I was analyzing. I've just seen that I stopped on V75. I'm very sorry. I hope it did not bring any confusion. So Crash, we started with Crash. We started with crash. We needed a pullback either here or there, and clearly it has gone to that, and it has already started to react. You can see the sales have already begun. So those who love selling crash, you have you can enter the second candle, which is going to be in okay, M5 has already started, so this is I'm on M5. You can either do it now on M5 and have your stop loss all the way here, or you can wait for the next HM5 candle. All right, so that is a crash for us there. We are looking for sales. Boom 1000, yeah, the reversal is coming in right just like we wanted. Of course, the buy is what we are going to be looking for. So for now, we wait, or you can enter. Those who love entering earlier, you can enter, but then you know that you will take your profits there, then you wait for this pullback, then you enter again. That is if you want to enter now, or you wait for the pullback when it comes again down below to confirm the reversal. Boom 500, and it has already left us. Like I said, we needed it to react from here. Those who remember when we were analyzing this asset, and that's what it did. Came, tested that order block, and immediately you see what happened. But we know it's likely to get there and then come back into sales, so we wait. Right now, I can't enter a buy. This is a buy that I wanted to enter when it comes and we test this order block. That is this is our anticipation that we already had, and you can see it is about to reach that level. Probably you get into sales when it reaches there. Yeah, so for now we've missed that buy move to get us there, but the day hasn't ended. We can get this sell from here, so just hang on and we get into that sell. The general trend is a sell according to H1 and H4. Forget about what you're seeing on CCI. Think of the price action. All right, so that's what I can say on this asset. But I want to remind you that this is a reversal signal on M5, and this is a break of structure right there. So for you to get into sales, you need to see a reversal signal on M5 telling you that we've started to sell. Until you see that, you can't enter sales. We are still in an uptrend on M5, so you need to know that. V25S, yeah, okay, it gave us a fake breakout right here. Wow, gave us a fake breakout, did not reach all the way here, but that it was reacting, of course, from this, and then it reacted to that. Okay, so we can take out this. So it reacted to that, but then we still have that. Will it come to this? This is just waiting. I can't enter such a market. Yeah, that's not a market I want to enter. Either it comes and retests here, or it gets a momentum to push and break out that resistance up there. So for now, I have no business with V25S. V75 on the other hand, what are we looking at? It has reached that level. What level is that? That is a fair value gap on H1. We are waiting for sales, so we are waiting for a sell signal. We haven't gotten any reversal signal yet, even though we see we are overbought according to CCI on M5, so we wait. I have no business with it now. And this closed, but then we still see some momentum of buys, so we are still waiting until we get a reversal, probably on M5 or M1, to get us into sales. So we have no business with this currently. We just leave it until it gives us some momentum to actually enter sales. Reminder, right here we have a resistance. So let's wait and see if price is trying to break that to continue with buys, or if we are actually going to see sales from that level. We need sales, but are we going to get them? Let's see. Second last is jump 25. We've said we need to see a confirmation of a reversal here. Of course, we need buys to take us right there as a retest on H1, and then we come in with sales like that. So for now, we wait on HM5. Lastly is jump 10. Jump 10, we need a structure like that for us to confirm whether we are going to be in buys or we are going to consolidate. So for now, it's a no-go. But we've already seen a change of character. This is a change of character on H1. We still have the same on H4. So the buys are coming. So you need to know that that's one thing that you have to have up at the back of your mind, that the buys are coming. So whatever we do, we have to wait for the buys. We have to wait for the buys. I think that's it for today. Let me wish you guys a good day. Please remember that mentorship class is going on. You can join. The videos are available for the previous classes. You can have access to them, but you can still contact me to plan for next month's class and be part of it, which is of course, I told you, you already know the details. $110 if you are to join the general class. If you want a one-on-one VIP package, then that is $300, which is clearly where you determine your own hours of study and time and days actually. So it's upon you what you need. Then reminder is, of course, right now we're in the second week of VIP signals. You may fail to join now, but you can get reminded that it is there and be part of it probably next month. That is if you want to. I don't encourage people to be used to signals if they want trading to be professional traders. I don't encourage people to be on signals forever. If I'm teaching my students, I tell them that immediately. I don't want people to depend on signals forever. It will hold you from learning and being able to do what you want. I rather have you come in 1 month or 2 months as you stabilize, as you keep on coming even to these analysis sessions, but then as you also on your side, you try to look for your own signals and follow them up, even if you don't enter them. But it would be better for you to even enter, make a loss, learn from the loss, then get to know why you made a loss. I don't emphasize. I feel pity for people who keep coming for the signals. Yes, me, I benefit, but will you benefit as a person? Are you adding to your skill? Are you learning the skill? So I wouldn't love people to be in the signal, same people month in, month out, coming for the signals. That will tell me one thing, that person who is coming in, month out, probably he's not yet gotten time to start looking at the charts himself and make an analysis, or he hasn't learned trading, so he's looking for some quick money to benefit from the signals and that, something like that. And I would suggest that person to get a coach to train him trading and get started with trading. Learn the basics, learn what trading is, learn what it needs to be done, learn how to analyze. But if that person has already undergone a class, then 1 or 2 months are enough for that person on the VIP signals then to start looking for his own or her own signals and start trading on their own. That is my suggestion. I don't know what you think, guys. You can put your thoughts in the comments, but I don't believe in signals month in, month out for the whole year. No, I don't believe in it. Me as a person who is giving them, of course, I be trading, I'm benefiting, but also if you pay, I benefit. But it won't help you as an individual. You rather pay to learn than paying to get signals. I rest my case. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you guys tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Bye-bye.